Now let us discuss about measurement of torque. So let us say measurement of torque. So let us see first what you mean by torque. So now in order to transmit rotational energy, it is necessary to apply a turning force. And in case of a shaft, if the force is applied tangentially, then a twisting force or the torque will be developed, and it can be calculated by multiplying the force with that radius of the shaft. So now there are different methods used for the measurement of torque. They are gravity balance method, mechanical torsion meter, optical torsion meter, electrical torsion meter, and strain gauge torsion meter. So these are the devices or methods which are used to measure torque. Now let us discuss about these methods. Now let us discuss about electrical torsion meter, which is used for the measurement of torque. So in this system, we are using two photoelectric transducers, and these photoelectric transducers are coupled to the shaft whose torque is to be determined. Now the principle of photoelectric transducer already we have discussed in the previous modules. So this photoelectric, in case of photoelectric transducer, there is a slotted disc, and on one side of the disc there is a source of light, and on another side of the disc there is a sensor which senses the light. So now when the disc rotates, as the shaft rotates, since the disc is coupled to the shaft, the disc also rotates. So the opaque portion of the disc and slotted portion of the disc, these two portions of the disc come alternately in the path of light. So the light, when the slotted portion of the disc comes in the path of light from source of light to the sensor, then light will pass through the slot and it falls upon the sensor, and that sensor, light sensor, it produces a pulse whenever the light falls on it. Now when the opaque portion comes in the path of the light, so in that case the light will not pass through the opaque portion. It checks the light, so the light will not fall upon the sensor, so there is no production of any pulse. So in this way, alternately the pulses are produced by the light sensor. So as the shaft rotates with faster rate, the disc also rotates fastly, and the number of pulses produced per second will be more. So in this way, here it measures the speed of the shaft, and the speed of the shaft is measured in terms of torque here. So the torque is measured in terms of speed of the shaft. Now let us discuss about measurement of shaft power. So let us say measurement of shaft power. So in order to measure a shaft power, we use a device which is called as dynamometer. So shaft power is not calculated directly, it is not measured directly by using dynamometer. Rather, we determine torque, and by using torque, we calculate shaft power. So a dynamometer is a device used to measure the torque which is exerted along a rotating shaft so as to determine the shaft power. So here there are different types of dynamometers used to determine shaft power. They are absorption dynamometers, transmission dynamometers, and driving dynamometers. Now let us say eddy current dynamometer. So this eddy current dynamometer is a type of absorption dynamometer. So this eddy current dynamometer works on the principle that when an isolated conductor cuts across magnetic flux, voltage is induced in that conductor, and because of that the eddy currents flow in a circular, that is short circular path within the conductor, and these eddy currents get dissipated in the form of heat. So here the shaft power is calculated in terms of eddy current. So shaft power is directly proportional to eddy current here. So let us see its construction and working. So there are exciting coils. So these are the exciting coils, and there is a cooling arrangement made here. So this is inlet for cooling water and this is outlet, and there is a shaft, rotating shaft, whose shaft power is to be determined, and it is coupled to toothed steel rotor. So this is rotor, and this is cast iron stator. So the stator contains exciting coil and the rotor is connected to shaft. So when the shaft rotates, obviously the rotor which is connected to the shaft also starts rotating. So simultaneously the coil is excited by means of AC or DC supply. So when the coil is excited, so it produces magnetic flux around it, and since this rotor is rotating continuously along with shaft, so here the rotor, it cuts the magnetic flux, and because of that eddy currents are induced in the rotor. Now as the shaft rotates with higher speed, so more amount of flux cut by the rotor and more amount of eddy currents are induced in the rotor. So here, because of these eddy currents, a lot of heat is generated, and for cooling purpose the cooling arrangement is done by means of water. So here the shaft power is calculated in terms of eddy current. So shaft power is directly proportional to eddy current here, and therefore eddy current is measured, which gives the value of shaft power. So this is how the shaft power can be measured in case of eddy current dynamometer.